All right, so this is Chapter 9, Systems and Inequalities. The first question, number 2, should read, I forgot, I apologize, on your sheets. It should read absolute value of x minus 6 is less than 10. So you're going to have to put the absolute value bars in yourself. Typo, sorry, it was a typo. Right? So when you're doing these questions, the most important thing you have to remember is that absolute value means there are going to be two cases. That's the main thing you have to remember. Absolute value means there's going to be two cases. A positive case and a negative case. The question is, most people are pretty easy with the positive case because all you do with the positive case is drop the bars and solve. In other words, go like this. Positive case. Now I see so many people don't write out positive case, negative case. It would be very, very advantageous if you did, because otherwise you'll likely forget. X minus 6 is less than 10. Nothing changed for the positive case. Just drop the bars. What about the negative case? What's going to change?
X minus 6 is negative 10.
It's going to be negative 10, but what's going to happen to the sign if this becomes negative?
Switch sides.
Switch signs, okay? Switch signs. That's the key. So now we go ahead and solve, and that part you all know how to do. All right? And that equals x is less than 16. Over here we add 6 on both sides, and we get x is greater than negative 4. Now we can go ahead and graph them on a number line. And we have a big number on this side. 16. So I'm just going to kind of go like this. We go 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. X is less than 16. It's open circle because it's less than, not equal to. Greater than negative 4, open circle. We go ahead, we got a handlebar. We can handle that. Okay? Handlebar means this is or. No, I'm sorry, it's and. I'm very sorry. This is x is less than 16 and x is greater than negative 4. Handlebar means they come together. It's a conjunction. Conjunction means they're coming together. Anybody have any questions? Okay, so the next one, number 3, again, I made a typo. I forgot to put the absolute value bars in there. 2, now please put them in yourself. It should read 2. Absolute value of x minus 6 plus 2 is greater than 10. Very important. This one's a tough one, a little bit more tricky than the last one. You definitely need to know how to do this, so let's do it now. What's our first step? Anybody know?
Positive or negative case?
Not yet. You see, you can't do the positive negative case until all of these things are cleared away. You can't do your positive negative case until this is on its own. Then all you have is absolute value bars and whatever's inside. So you're going to have to clear away that negative 2. I'm sorry, 2. And then you're going to have to clear away that 2 somehow or another. Well, how would you get rid of the 2? Minus 2 on both sides, yeah. So you get 2, absolute value of x minus 6 is greater than 8. Now what do we do to get rid of that 2 over here? Divide by 2. And we get absolute value of x minus 6 is greater than 4. Now, do you recognize what to do now? We're like, it's as if we're in the same thing as we had in the last problem. And we go ahead and break it down into positive and negative case. And please write out positive case, negative case. That's the key, okay? Positive case, negative case. Takes a couple extra seconds to write, and then you won't get it wrong because you'll recognize clearly. You'll remember, your brain gets a chance to set itself up and remember what to do. X minus 6 is greater than 4. And what about this side? What would I put over there, Kyle?
X minus 6 is less than negative.
Good stuff. Okay, we switch the signs because it's negative. We add 6 on both sides, and we get x is greater than 10. We add 6 on both sides. We get x is less than 2. And we draw a number line. There we go. Everything more or less weighted. This is 0. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Less than 2, it means it's open circle because it doesn't include that. And it's greater than 10, so it's going the other way. It's a split, all right? It's a split, so it's going to be or. It's x is greater than 10 or x is less than 2. Any questions?
Why is it split? How do you know if it's or and?
Well, if it's splitting like that, it's going to be or. If it's coming together, it's going to be and.
How do you know that?
It's logical. This is true, okay? This is true. If x is greater than 10 or x is less than 2,
Okay.
this will be true. Because the number, it could be this number in this part of the solution, or it would be here. Whereas in the previous one, the only way that could be a solution, the only number you could pick would have to be part of both of them to work, because there was just one bar like this, like back here. This. If I pick any number here as a solution, if I put 0, it has to be working for this. It happens to work for this and this. Why? Is 0 less than 16? Yep. Is it greater than -4? Yeah. Any number you pick in here is going to work for both. That's how that works. Questions? Other questions? Good question. So this one, x plus 2 is less than 5, or x minus 1 is greater than -4. It's telling you up front, or at least it's telling you what it's going to, you're assuming, if it says or, you're assuming you're going to get a split. If you don't, you got to watch out because something's weird. So let's go ahead and solve it and see if it indeed does split, right? Handlebar. Harley-Davidson. Okay, so let's go. You do -2 on both sides, you get x is less than 3, or add 1 on both sides, and you get x is greater than -3. Let's go to our graph and see what we get. Less than 3, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Greater than -3. Okay? Less than 3 is going to go this way. Greater than -3 is going to go that way. Hold on a second. Something seems wrong. Don't you agree? It's not really supposed to do that, is it?
No, because of the or.
Right. There's a contradiction. It was supposed to be x is less than 3 or greater than -3. So what about if I pick a point here? -4, for instance. Would that work?
No.
-4 is less than 3. It wouldn't work for this, but it doesn't have to because it says or. So it works.
But it's not supposed to.
Not really, but it works because of the way this works. See,
But if it said and, it wouldn't work?
well, if it said and, it wouldn't work, no. Because and is more prescriptive, it has to work for both. Or says if it works for one or the other, we're good. So the point is in this one is, you pick any point on here. And because it says or, it's going to be true. Because it will work for one or the other. So like I pick 5, well 5 is greater than -3. It's not less than 3, but it doesn't have to be because we didn't ask it to be. It just had to be one or the other. And that means that our solution set is going to be what?
Everything.
Everything, yeah. And so what really is happening here is that this arrow keeps going on, and this arrow keeps going on and on. Right?
Yep.
Infinitely many solutions are all real numbers. Actually, just put this. All numbers on the number line.